Loro Languaged Podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. This is your cozy corner for natural English practice and real-life conversations. I'm Jaden.
And I'm Aria. We are so happy to have you here with us today.
Now, before we jump into today's topic, we have one tiny favor to ask. If you enjoy listening to us, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps other English learners find us.
Exactly. And we would also love it if you left a comment down below. It can be super simple. Just tell us where you're listening from or share your thoughts on today's topic.
And you know what? Typing a comment is actually a great way to practice your English without even realizing it. Your brain is working, choosing vocabulary, putting words in order. It is real practice.
That is so true. So please, don't be nervous about making mistakes. Even just one short sentence is totally fine. We genuinely love reading your thoughts.
All right, are you ready? Let's get right into today's topic.
Yes. And today, guys, we need to talk about the biggest scam of growing up. They teach you math, they teach you science, but nobody prepares you for the absolute hardest part of being an adult.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. Paying taxes.
No. Well, yes, taxes are terrible, but I'm talking about something even harder than taxes. I am talking about making friends as an adult. Why is it so incredibly difficult?
It really is. It is a universal struggle. Think about it. When you are 5 years old on the playground, making a friend is the easiest thing in the world. You just walk up to another kid and say, "Hi, I like dinosaurs." And the other kid says, "I also like dinosaurs." Boom. You are now best friends for life.
Exactly. You share a crayon, you share a juice box, and you are basically family. But as an adult, if I walk up to a stranger in the supermarket and say, "Hi, I like dinosaurs," they are going to call the police.
They will definitely run away from you. Adult friendship is so complicated. It feels exactly like dating. You have to interview the person. Do our schedules match? Do you have the same political views? Are you going to be annoying? It is exhausting.
It is. And the worst part is when you suddenly realize how small your social circle has become. Last Friday night, I finished work. I went home. I sat on my couch with my cat and I looked at my phone. I had 0 messages, 0 plans. I realized, wait a minute, do I actually have any friends in this city?
Ouch. The Friday night reality check? It hurts. You sit there scrolling through Instagram, watching other people having dinner at nice restaurants. And you think, how did they organize that? How did they find 5 people who are all free on a Friday night? That is a logistical miracle.
It is a miracle. Because nowadays, just trying to schedule a dinner with one person takes about 3 weeks of planning. Which brings us to the saddest part of getting older. What happened to all our friends from school?
What happened to them? Life happened. People moved away. People got married. People had babies. The beautiful days of living in the same dormitory are over.
In university, making plans was so easy. You lived in the same building, you just opened your door and yelled, "Who wants pizza?" And suddenly there were 10 people in your room. You saw your friends every single day without even trying.
That is the key. Without even trying, school is a forced environment. You are trapped in a classroom with 30 other people for 4 years. You literally have no choice but to make friends. But when you graduate, that structure disappears.
It just fades away. Look at our old group chats. I have a group chat from university on my phone. Do you know what the last message is?
Let me guess. Someone got married, everyone said congratulations, and then nobody spoke again for a year.
Yes. It is a dead group chat. Sometimes someone will send a message saying, "Hey guys, it has been so long. Let's meet up." And everyone replies, "Yes, absolutely. I miss you guys so much." And then nothing. Nobody actually plans the dinner.
Because we all use the biggest lie in the English language. The ultimate adult lie.
Oh, I know the lie.
We should definitely grab coffee sometime.
Yes, let's grab coffee soon. It is a polite way of saying, I like you as a person, but I am too tired to actually leave my house, so I will see you in 5 years.
Exactly. Soon means never. We just say it to make ourselves feel better about the fact that we are drifting apart. It is natural, but it is sad.
So, if our school friends are busy with their own lives, where are we supposed to meet people? We are adults. We spend 40 hours a week in an office. So naturally, we try to make friends at work.
Work, friends. Oh boy. This is a very dangerous territory.
Dangerous. Why? I think work friends are the only thing that keeps me sane. If I couldn't complain to my coworker about our boss, I would quit my job.
True. Complaining about the boss is a great way to bond. But you have to ask yourself, is this a real friendship? Or is it just a proximity friendship?
What do you mean by proximity friendship?
It means you are only friends because your desks are sitting next to each other. You are friends by accident of geography. You talk every day at the water cooler. You eat lunch together. You joke about the broken printer. But if you take the job away, do you actually have anything in common?
Wow, that is actually really deep and a little bit depressing.
It is true. Think about it. When you are at work, you have your customer service voice on. You have your professional personality. You can't show your coworkers how weird and messy you really are on a Sunday morning. There is always a wall between you.
You're right. You have to be careful. You can't tell your work friend your deepest, darkest secrets. Because what if you have an argument? Or what if they get promoted and suddenly become your manager? That would be a disaster.
Exactly. And here is the ultimate test of a work friendship. What happens when one of you quits the job?
Oh, I have lived this. My favorite coworker, Sarah, got a new job last year. On her last day, we cried. We gave her a beautiful card. We hugged. We looked each other in the eye and said, we are going to stay in touch. We will get lunch every week.
Let me guess the ending to this story.
We got lunch exactly one time. 3 weeks later, we talked for an hour, realized we had nothing to talk about because we didn't share the same office gossip anymore. And I haven't seen her since.
The evaporation of a work friend. It happens to all of us. When the shared environment is gone, the friendship is gone. So, if school friends are busy and work friends are temporary, what is the solution?
The solution is pure torture. You have to go out into the wild. You have to join a hobby class. The internet always gives the same advice for lonely adults. Join a club. Take a class. Meet people with similar interests. So last month, I decided to be brave. I signed up for a pottery class.
A pottery class? Making bowls out of clay? That sounds very relaxing.
It was a nightmare, Jaden. I walked into this bright room, and there were 10 strangers. I sat down next to a woman who looked very nice. I thought, okay, Aria, make small talk, be charming. So I looked at her wet clay and I said, so, do you like dirt?
You asked her if she liked dirt?
I panicked. My brain stopped working. She just stared at me, slowly nodded, and turned away. For the next 2 hours, we sat in complete silence making terrible, ugly bowls. I went home covered in mud and completely alone.
That is tragic, but I completely understand. Making small talk with strangers as an adult is terrifying. It is like going on a blind date, but there is no romance, just pure awkwardness.
It really is like dating. You have to put yourself out there. What about you? Have you tried joining any clubs?
I joined a running club a few years ago. I thought it would be a great way to meet healthy, motivated people.
That sounds like a smart idea. Did you make any friends?
No, because to make friends, you have to actually run next to them and talk. These people were incredibly fast. They started running, and within 3 minutes, They were a mile ahead of me. I was just running completely alone in the back, sweating, trying not to have a heart attack. After the run, they all went for smoothies, and I just quietly walked to my car and drove home.
Oh my goodness. The lonely runner. So the pottery class failed. The running club failed. Is there any hope for us? Why does it feel like everyone else already has their perfect group of friends and they are not accepting new applications?
That is exactly what it feels like. Sorry, we are not hiring new friends at this time. But I do think there is hope. We just have to change our strategy.
Change our strategy how? Should we just accept that we will only talk to our pets for the rest of our lives? Because Leo the cat is a very good listener.
As much as I love Leo, no, we have to be brave. We have to realize that everyone else is just as lonely as we are.
You think so? Even the people posting dinner parties on Instagram.
Absolutely. Social media is an illusion. Most adults are secretly waiting for someone else to make the first move. We are all sitting on our couches on Friday night, waiting for our phones to ring. So, you have to be the one who rings the phone.
You have to make the first move. That is scary. That means you have to be vulnerable. You have to text someone and say, "Hey, do you want to get a drink on Thursday?" And risk them saying no.
Yes. You have to risk the rejection. If you meet someone cool at a coffee shop, or even at work, you have to invite them into your life. And here's the secret. You have to follow up. Consistency is everything.
Consistency. That is where we fail. We say, "Let's grab coffee." But we don't pick a date.
Exactly. You have to say, let's grab coffee. Are you free next Tuesday at 4? Pin them down. Force the friendship into existence.
Force the friendship into existence. I love that. It sounds a little aggressive, but it is necessary. And I guess we also need to lower our expectations. We don't need 20 best friends. We are not in high school anymore.
Exactly. Quality over quantity. If you have 1 or 2 people in your city who will help you move a sofa or listen to you cry about your job, you are incredibly lucky. That is all you really need.
Just 1 or 2 people to survive the adult world with. I think I can handle that.
And hey, if you're listening to this podcast right now while walking alone or doing the dishes, you are already hanging out with us. We are your friends.
We definitely are. So we want to ask you, is making friends as an adult hard for you too? Have you ever had a completely embarrassing experience trying to meet new people?
Tell us your stories in the comments. Did you ask a stranger if they liked dirt? We want to know.
Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. And maybe share this video with an old friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Use it as an excuse to finally grab that coffee.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's conversation.
We really hope you enjoyed it. And remember, no matter what you're struggling with right now, whether it is saving money, learning English, or just getting through the week, take it one step at a time. Be kind to yourself.
Absolutely. Learning a language is a journey, and you are doing great just by being here and listening.
If you found this episode helpful, or even just a little bit funny, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It is the best way to support what we do.
And please don't forget to leave a comment down below. Tell us what you thought about today's topic, or just say hi. We read every single comment, and we love hearing from you.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and trust the process.
We will catch you in the next episode. Take care, everyone. Bye.